We have on the show with us today a real estate rock star coin, the $1 Million Mom, Amanda Todd, CEO and founder of the Amanda Todd Group, and her special guest today, Katie Pastor, mortgage planner and preferred lender with Partners Mortgage. Ladies, thank you so much for being on The American Dream.
Thanks for having us.
So our hot topic today is really how to easily turn your tax refund into a new home, which is such an exciting idea, I think, for so many people out there. Tell me a little bit about the possibilities that are out there right now.
Well, one of the things that's great that if you have the right agent working with you, people can buy a home with a lot less money out of pocket than they think.
Yes. So according to the National Association of Realtors, 87% of Americans think that they need at least 10% or more to put down on a home. However, many homeowners or future homeowners don't realize that there's down payment assistance programs that may be available. So many times we've got clients that can actually purchase a home utilizing a down payment assistance program and get into a home with very little money, which makes your tax refund could be sufficient to actually purchase a home with.
Wow, that's incredible. Why do you think that that myth is out there in the world right now?
So I think, in my opinion, it's because many years ago, that's what it required, or at least 20% to put down. So I think it's just not enough education in the market to potential home buyers, and a lot of old information that's just not available. And for a period of time, there weren't down payment assistance programs. They kind of went away for a bit. So it's just, again, just educating people and letting them know that things have changed and there's new programs that are available.
And there's options out there for all of
Yes.
us. Now, Amanda,
Absolutely.
I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about the buyer's standpoint with you. How important is it to find an agent that can negotiate on your behalf and that they know what they are looking for and what they're talking about when it comes time to purchasing a home?
It's extremely important because a lot of times with that old information, those misconceptions, there's a lot of listing agents that are not educated on the programs that are out there, or they have a really negative connotation thinking that there's going to be problems. Fortunately, if you find an agent who is very well versed in these programs and has worked with them very successfully, they can be an advocate for their clients in helping negotiate and help the agent on the other side understand that it is a benefit. This is a qualified buyer that can purchase this home. They're just doing it in a little bit of an unconventional way.
Right. Now, Katie, what do you suggest the first step should be? Is it just speaking with a lender such as yourself?
Yes. So another thing that people usually do is they'll jump online and they'll fall in love with a home and they think that they want to see that home. But really, most importantly, you want to make sure that financially, that home that you fell in love with is going to be within your budget. So I always suggest that you explore your options with a lender first. And if you're working with a great lender, and there's many of them out there, if you're working with a good lender, they're going to tell you what all your options are. And you definitely want to remind your lender that you don't have a lot of money to work with when you're purchasing a home, and they'll help come up with solutions as to how you can still get into a home with, again, very little down.
Now, Amanda, for you, when you're working with a client, do you help set them up with an appropriate lender? Do you want them to be pre-qualified before you go and take them to look at homes that they could potentially fall in love with?
Definitely. It's actually a really good idea to be pre-qualified and have spoken with a lender first, because for me as an agent, one of the most heartbreaking things that I see is when someone falls in love with a home and then finds out that they either don't qualify or it's a payment that they're really not comfortable with. So that's why talking with a lender like Katie is really important to be the first step in the process, because then they have an understanding not only how much cash out of pocket is required, but how much their monthly payment will be. There's a lot of misleading information online that people think they just put in this payment calculator and they're given the principal and interest, but they don't realize that there's other pieces to a loan payment as well, such as the property taxes, the homeowner's insurance, and possibly the mortgage insurance if they're using a lower down payment.
Right. It's such great advice. I really want to thank both of you so much for being on the show today. We're now in 2018. There's exciting opportunities ahead. And this is just fantastic advice for our viewers to take to heart so that they can purchase their dream property and achieve their American dream. So thank you again for being on the show with us.
Thanks again for having us.
Thanks for having us.
And if you have any other questions, reach out to us online or follow us along on social media, AmericanDreamNetwork.tv, and we'll be right back with more of the American Dream.